I will just repeat what we have done yesterday. Okay. And also, I will show you like how we can proceed. Okay. Let me start it. Yesterday topic is kind of, full stack app. We are doing one dummy app to understand how the front end and back end will be connected, how we can do this post get put delete operations using HTTP client, how services can be used, right? For those kind of things, we are using one application which is CRUD. Yesterday we did CRUD. And every single detail we did regarding CRUD, I wrote it inside the CRUD.txt. CRUD.txt. Now, first one. In this CRUD.txt, first what you do, you created one empty folder CRUD. Inside that two folders, front end and back end. Front end one is ng new front end dash dash standalone equals to false. Automatically front end will come. Back end you will only create. Back end folder you will only create. How? Clicking on this folder create. After creating folder, inside the folder you write it db.json, and that db.json you give some data. How did you give? See, open, close, movies, and you give some array. And inside that array, you will give movies data, sir. Right or not? That is what you did yesterday. Yesterday I deleted. Now I'm again giving the data. Title, title, end game, year 2018, title, title, Titanic, year 20 1998. So I wrote it here. This is my database. I write it my database inside db.json, and the JSON file I gave it to backend. That I will run this. How did you run this? Go here, go here, terminal, new terminal, go here, terminal, new terminal. Now, inside the terminal, usually you select command prompt. Okay, no need of PowerShell. You go to command prompt only. Now, for me, anything works anyway. CLS, CD CRUD, CD backend. Inside the backend, inside the backend, just run it. How did you run the backend? ng serve, no, ng service front end. Angular application is ng server. Backend, if you wanna run, you will run it. JSON server. What is the name? db.json dash dash watch. Yes. For front end, you will run it with ng server. Are you getting my point, ma? See, again, I'm telling you, sir, how do you connect your Django application? Django application will create one API like this. See, how it will create, I don't know. I'm telling it. It will create. Django, if you go to internet and if you type it, create REST API with Django, you will get so many. Your wish. How to create REST API with Django, you will get so many. And I don't know. Only the point is you will get a link like this. This is the backend main logic. How do you get that link is your wish. Once you get this link, see, in this link, the data has to be there. If I paste this link, I need to get this data. Okay. Once I have this link, once I have this link, copy this link. Then I will create the front end. Now in the front end, what did you do? Let me go there. Let's open another front end. I can rename them. Rename backend. Now rename front end CLS. Now inside this first I need to go inside them now. CD CRUD, CD front end, and I will run the front end application. ng server dash o will run my application. Dash o. Any doubts, ma? Now, how did you get this, sir? How did you get this? Now I will tell you my front end architecture. Now I will tell my front end architecture. Like, let me show it in paint. This is the JSON server. This is the JSON server, which is a backend. Okay. And it connected to db.json. Okay. This is my backend. Now this backend will create one endpoint. Now this backend is creating one endpoint. API or endpoint. You call it API or endpoint, both are similar. Okay. Sir, what is this endpoint, sir? Endpoint is like we just discussed now. Something like localhost 3000 slash movies. 3000 slash movies is the endpoint. Okay. Now, sir, what if I created an array name book, sir? Slash books will come, right or not? You can put it anything now. It's an array name. You created an endpoint. Now, front end will access this endpoint. Your front end application will use this. How do you write it front end? I will give you the architecture. Understand it line by line. First thing, your backend will be connected to, endpoint is connected to something called services. Services. Let's take it. I am taking one service. Let's take it a service X. Service name is X. Now, what you will do in this service? I will inject HTTP client. I will inject HTTP client. So that means inside the service, inside the constructor, you will write it something variable with the HTTP client. That's what we will do now. Constructor parameter you will declare is called inject. Then it will automatically access. We will also write some functions. Some functions I will write. Next, your application will have something called your application will have something called app component. I'm not creating multiple components. In real time, people will create multiple components because most people are confusing this only. I'm not creating it. Start it slowly. Now here app component will be there. Inside the component again you will have HTML file, TS file. TS, HTML, and there is one guy named module. There is one guy named module. Module is the big boss. This module should know everyone. Module knows service. Module knows their component also. Now, inside the CX, inside the TS, what you will do? Inside the TS, what you will do? You will inject X service. You will inject the X service, and then you will write some functions. That means this is connected to this. Right or not? Right or not, sir? Now, here HTML, you will print the data. If you for first time when you are trying it, if you check it like this, you will always understand it. Any doubts in this one, ma? In this one, any doubts you are having it? Okay. I hope it's clear. I repeated multiple times. Now, okay. Now, same. You can remember this diagram. For reference, I will save this diagram also. PNG picture. I will give. Go here. 730 angular. CRUD architecture. I will keep it this diagram there only so that in future also you can see. Mahesh, this is MVC structure or normal? Depe. In Angular, there is no MVC structure. Angular MVC structure is this only. Here, if you see, this app component is there, na? App component, it is taking view here. This is view, and this is model. This is the logic control. Model and controller will be in TS. View will be inside the HTML. They are combined. Okay, MVC structure always will be there inside only. Now, anyway, this picture also I just pasted, sir. You can check it whenever you wanted. Okay. Inside the card only it will be there, actually. Okay. Clear, ma? Now, anyway, let's let's run second one. I ran both. Now, go to my application. Now, how it is showing, sir? Go to app components. Go to SRC. Go to app. Go to app component HTML. Now, sir, here you put it something called delete movie. If you put delete movie, it will call the API. API is a service. In that service, it will call the delete data. It will pass the ID. Online is voice is clear. Yeah. Okay. So delete data, and then in the API, whatever delete data is there, why someone is asking it like why ID any? Because if you don't put it any, sir, then it will expect only ID value to be number or string. But basically ID values are string. Okay. Just to remove that kind of logic and all, I just removed it. But you can put it, anything. You can put it something like string. Basically, IDs are in JSON data, IDs are strings always. You can take that. Now, let's go here. Now, what you will do next, sir? Okay. I will put one form, sir. I will put one form, sir, and I will do post operation. How do you put a form? Very simple. Go here. Let's take a div. Now, div ID input. Still voice is breaking. Okay, just a minute. I think it's internet issue. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, ma? Is it clear now? Yes, it is internet issue. Now, see it here. I am doing div ID input, div ID input. Inside the input, inside the input. Now I'm gonna create it. Input asterisk 2, and I'm gonna put one button, button, submit. Now, sir, if you remember, how did you send input value to the back, sir? How did you send the input value to TypeScript? In input, whatever I write, how can I send it to TypeScript? NG model. Perfect. You can use something like event binding and all, but we love to use NG model, which is a two-way data binding. I don't know whether you remembered or not. Two-way data binding. How to do two-way data binding? First go to module. First go to module. Import forms module. Import forms module. Sir, these things we did, sir, last time also. Okay. This is not something new. Angular forms are having this NG model. Using NG model, you can create a beautiful forms in Angular. From Angular slash forms. So I will write it here. Forms module. Now come down here also. Forms module. Now go here. After adding forms module, sir, go here. After that here. Now in TypeScript, create two values. I'm creating two values. One is like m title, string, year, number, what it is the error, no initializer, exclamation. Now you go here, you go here, go to this app component, write it here, ng model. Why did I add exclamation? Because no initial value, you will write exclamation. Okay. Ng model. equals to, here you will write it. What did I created there? M title. This is for title. So I will write a placeholder also. I will say enter movie title. Enter movie title. Next, same placeholder. Enter movie year and M title. Sorry. NG model. M year. So you take the year, sir. You take the title, sir, and whenever you on click on it, now on click, you will write one function, sir. Send data. What you are writing, sir? Send data. Did I created any send data, sir? No. Go to the TypeScript. Create one function, sir. Send data. Now, what this send data will do? What this send data will do? This send data will do. Send data. First, we will create the date. Let data equals to exactly how did you create it in the backend? Same way you have to create. You have to create in the same way. How I created title. What is the title value? M title. Because already whatever the people give, it will store it in M title, no? Right or not? So I am creating one new object, ma. So it's the title hai, title value M title. Whatever the people enter in the title box. Next, year. Year will be M year. Sir, but it's a dynamic, sir. It is dynamic. You are not getting it point. See, dekho. Now first, people will go here and people will enter something here. Right or not? Maybe XYZ. The moment they enter XYZ, M title will become XYZ, na? Then next year, they will enter 2020. Automatically, MV year also will become 2020, na? That's what two-way data binding means. Now, people will click submit. After all, they will click submit. When they click on submit, what I'm doing is whatever the M title value, I'm taking writing it as title. Then it will come title XYZ year 2020. That's not. Any doubts, ma? Like this, one object is created. What is the object name? Data. What is the object name? This the object I want to send it to the backend. This object I want to send it to the backend. First go to service. Inside the service, write it here. Post data, which will receive one object, which is of any. Now, return. I am writing the same thing. Return this dot hc dot post. When you are posting, you need to remember two things. Normally, when you are doing get only the link. When you are doing delete, link and the ID. Link with the ID. When you are doing post, you need to give two things. One is link. One is link. Second one is the data to post. What data you are posting? I am posting OBJ. Whatever it receives only, I am posting it now. Sir, will posting will happen immediately? No, sir. Posting will return observable only. So same logic. Go here. I will write it here. After creating the data. After creating the data. So how did you write it, sir? Same like this all. This dot API dot API dot calling the post data. For this post data, pass this data. Now this you are passing data. Post data will receive it as object and it will call the API, that link, and it will post it. And it will return one observable. That observable you will subscribe. And after subscribing, you will get some value. So what you will do? Console.log value. And also I am just reloading the page. Why you are reloading the page, sir? The data you posted na, you wanna see on the screen na? So that's why I'm reloading it. Okay. Sir, give constructor or not. देखो already one time, first time only you will give constructor ना. तो वो हो गया constructor में. First time only ना. See, already both are having constructors. You don't need to do it again and again. One time हो गया वो. Now go here. Now write it here. Now KGF. I'm entering the data. You can see KGF. Let's write it here 2018. If I click on first, everyone listen to this. What is happening? When you give KGF, M title will become KGF. What it will become? M title will become KGF. M year will become 2018. M year will become 2018. Now, whenever you click on submit, automatically now submit will take this both the data inside one object and it is calling me your API. Then API will return observable, it will subscribe and then it will show on the screen. Simple. Can you see here? This is called post data. Do you want to delete Titanic? Yes. Now three things are done. Three things are done. Create, read, delete. Create is post. Create, read, delete are over. Update is बाकी. कुछ डाउट है सर? कुछ डाउट है माँ? No. Listen. If you are a person who just listen only, who just will be like, no, I just wanna just listen the class. That is waste of time. If you take your things and after the class, if you just do practice, then only it will work. If you have not touched the system, you will never get it because Angular have multiple folders. Okay. Now, someone is giving an option, sir, delete all from front end and create one. Simple. Okay. Is there anything? Will it be there anything in the database? No, database also all deleted. You can see. You can see it actually. Now I will go here. I will write it here. Titanic 1998. Now you go here. कुछ डाउट है? No. Let's do update, sir. Okay. Because if you can understand one application like this, you will understand the actual use of Angular. तो मॉड्यूल कैसा वर्क कर रहे हैं टाइप one application is working how sir once deleted is it possible to retrieve no if you deleted it you cannot possible to retrieve now sir the flow of execution from front end to back end is same for delete yeah it will be same for everything the logic is same for all Mahesh is asking why can't you retrieve the data that is what I'm telling it once you deleted the data is permanently deleted in your database. But in reality, what you will do, sir? In reality, what you will do, you will put some kind of confirmations or after deleted, you will do some kind of backups in the database. Now I'm not having any database. Actually, my database is just a file. If you are using some kind of MySQL or MongoDB, you will keep something called backup. Now from the backup, you can able to bring the data. Right or not? But now we are not having any backups. This is a simple file. So data पूरा completely delete हो जाता. Okay. That is the reason we'll show one pop-up on UI for deletion. I can also do. Okay. Dekho, whenever the pop-up, if you want it, that I can also do it like that. Go here, front end, SRC, app, inside the app, TypeScript, where is the delete? Either delete or na. Now I will not delete directly. Instead, instead I will say, instead I will be like, uh, window dot confirm. Are you sure? Are you sure to delete? Delete. Then people will say yes or no, no. Let's say it is X, some variable. Now if they give one confirm, now X, if X is true, X. If X is true, then only do this. If X is false, will not do anything. Okay. I can also put delete button near the submit button. You can put it. When I give confirm in the HTML button, you can give in HTML also confirmations as a model. We did one model class. One day I taught you NG if at the time I told you how to put pop-up models. You can put pop-up models also. Your wish, na? I am doing normal Java in TypeScript logic. Okay. Now, can we connect database? Listen, if you wanna connect the database, again I'm telling you, database will be connected to Django, your backend. That backend will create API. API only connected to frontend. Frontend never connected to database. It's impossible. Now, page load, page reload send it to client is not working. If I modified the data in the component HTML also, the modified data is not showing before it is used, sir. It's not working. What's the problem? Check it in your code. Somewhere it's wrong. Page load, reload, it should work. Now देखो ये टाइटेनिक आ गया ना कोई डाउट है now now here if I click on delete now it will ask me are you sure to delete if you click on OK it will delete it now KGF 2020 now delete are you sure no nothing will happen see always programs logic is your own Vishma now I am creating like this it is not looking nice you can make it more better looking right front end you need to take care of so many things now okay last one sir let's go update also same flow will never change what is the flow is sir in front end you will put something html connected to the typescript data binding then the typescript will connected to service api then service api connected to our backend api connected to the database that is the flow always for read it is the flow for post it is the flow for delete that is the flow for it also same flow go to html go to html go to html write it here update 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 automatically one button will come which is update now sir I just wanna use everything which we learned into one application. That's why I'm just putting it somewhat crazy logic now. What is the logic I will put is I will create one div. I will create one div like a model pop-up. We did model. Na? Whenever someone click on update, it will show again one more form. In that form, already title will be filled. Already year will be filled. Right? And people can able to click on update so that it will update the date. Okay? One pre-filled data will come. Is it clear? But will that form will be directly will come automatically? No. After they click on update only, it should come. After they click on update only, it should come. Normally, it should not come. Boys, focus here. After they click on update only, it should come. Now to get that, how do you do that? ng if, ng if and ng template. Let's go here. I'm going with here. I will take one variable is update. Do you wanna update, sir? You can do this in different way also. No, initially is update is false. So now I will go here. I will write it here. I will write one div. This div, this div will have ng if is update. Sir, that means this div will appear. This div will appear only if update is true. If is update is true, sir, now by default false. Perfect. By default false. So it will not show. So here inside them, I will write it here div, or you can directly write it inputs, input asterisk 2, input asterisk 2. Now inside this input asterisk, now submit button update. Okay. Now let's write it one function. Let's write it one function. Update. Update. Now the moment they click on update, sir, if they click on update, here it will call the function update and it will pass the whole object m. Whole object m it is passing. It is passing whole object m. Okay. Now it will also receive m. Oh, you don't need to say it here. It is passing because TypeScript I write it in HTML, it's saying error. It pass m whole object and it will receive this whole object. कुछ डाउट है सर? Is it clear? कोई डाउट नहीं है ना? Now here it received I will take it like update value, update value, update value. Initially update value is empty. We are not updating any value. So the moment someone click on it, it will call update. Then one object will change. That object will be this dot update value. Actually, you know, I am just showing like if someone asks you like where is your nose, I'm gonna show it like around instead of directly showing it. Like I'm just twisting my hand around my head. I know that is not a good one, but why I do this, sir? I want to show ng if also inside this application only. That's why I'm doing it. Don't worry. Okay, you can do it in better logic actually. But this dot update dot value equals to m. So everything, whatever the m I'm getting, that object I'm storing it in this dot update value. So here, go here, ng model equals to update value under title. Uh, so it is not working. How can I take it then? How do I have it? Can you directly use m? No, you can't directly use m because m is a temporary value. Do one thing. Go here. Go here. Inside this, initially empty na. So inside this, ये दोनों लिखो. Title here. तभी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता. The initial values will be empty here. Now if someone click on this update, then it will call something called update data. Update data. It will call something called update data. Click equals to update data. Now it will call this update data, and inside the update data already values are updated now inside the update too. Inside, huh? Sorry, this one. I did not write this update data only. Here now, let's write this function, and inside this function I will send it the API. Okay, now go here. Update अलग है, update वगैरह. Update why you used. Update I used. The moment they click on, two things will happen. One is update value will happen. Another one is this dot is update will become true. Automatically form will appear. Inside the form you will update the you will write the data. Then automatically dates will change it in one object. And then you will click on the button. Once you click on the button, you will call one function like this. Now this function will pass the data to the API dot. Inside the API did not create only na. Now go to API. API logic is so simple. API में कुछ logic नहीं रहता. Put data. It will take one OBJ. Any, and it will send it return this dot hc dot post.
Before those की online attend अवाली आने 3 hours offline students ఆన్లైన్ అటెండ్ అవ్వాలి ఒక 3 అవర్స్ ముందే ఒక స్క్రిప్టింగ్ నెంబర్ సపోర్టింగ్ డీటెయిల్స్ మెసేజ్ పెడితే వాళ్ళు ఆన్లైన్ స్ప్రెడ్ చేస్తారు. అందరూ చూడదు దానికి ఇచ్చి బయట సపోర్ట్ లింక్ నెంబర్ ఇచ్చాను పెట్టాను. లింక్ కావాలంటే కాంటాక్ట్ చేశాను.
Okay, 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 okay. Now, now, listen everyone. If anyone, any offline student wants to go to online one, you can go like outside. There is one support number. You can message to the support number like 3 to 4 hours prior to the class. Then they will send you the online link for that one. Okay. Now, anyway, let's come back to this logic. Everyone, listen to this. What I did, what I did for this two updates. Okay. Let me first put this one. Push this dot hc dot. It will take it specific URL. It will take it specific URL like this specific URL. It will take. It will take it a specific URL obj dot id, and it will also send the new obj. Then it will just do replace kind of thing. It will go to that specific one and it will change the data. Both it will take. Anyway, now what you did, sir, can you explain it one more time? I will do it. Why you put two updates? देखो मेरा लॉजिक ये है. My logic is this. Everyone understand it. Please try to understand. Here, inside this, imagine you click on normally update button. Here already one form is there, but that form is basically not visible. Why? Is update is false, right or not? When you click on this button, what it will do? It will copy all of this into one new object and it will appear. It will make this form appear. Only this update, main update ka work is calling this, copying this object and calling this form. Now form is coming, but is it calling API? No, just a form is coming. Inside the form, people will enter the data. After entering the data, they will click on submit, and this one will go to the API. This one will go to the API. Are you getting my point? I know I did it in, that's what I told you, that I did it in reverse. The reason I did like this is because I wanted to show you the NG if one. Sir, can I do it directly? Actually, this is the easiest one, even though it's a longer one. If you want to do it direct one, you need to be good logical. If you really have a good logical mind, try it. It will come. Okay. Is it clear, ma? Yeah. I hope the logic is clear for you. Now, get data. This dot API dot put data. Inside the put data, I'm going to give here update value, because update value is the object which you are sending it. Once you send the object value, it will take it as obj and it will do the data. Then subscribe. Then I will get it subscribe val. Subscribe val. I will write it here. Console.log val. And after this, I will reload the page. Window.location.reload. This is wrong. Someone, Sekar, instead of two updates, it's better to understand, edit, and update. That is actually good. Not a bad idea. Instead of update, I'm writing it here. Edit. Edit will trigger the form. Update will update it. Okay. That's a good idea. Thank you. Now, Now people will come edit now. Click on this now. Now one form is coming now. In that already KGF and 2020 are there now. Now KGF I said it like 2018. Oh, it's updating directly. It should not update directly now. When I click on update, it should update actually. How it is updating directly? You are giving m dot here. You are giving m dot here. That is okay. Now here you are passing it as update value. Now it is printing it in update value. Don't use ng model then. No, if you don't use ng model, it will be too complex. I wanna use ng model only, but oh, this dot update value will become m. If we use one-way data binding also, it will come, sir. कुछ नहीं होता. Mm-hmm. Think where it is working on wrong. Any use one way and update it on clicking that button so that it will not show directly. 100% it will not show if I use one way data binding. But I am just like, why to take that risk and all, that's it. Yeah, if I go for another way, it will still complex. Now देखो, logic is working. Mm-hmm. See, after clicking on that also it is happening, but it is happening before also. It should not get it. Okay, you guys try it, sir. Okay, maybe because I'm passing the same yum, it is working it, I think. Okay, uh, I don't know, maybe if I pass m dot id, I should able to get, no, it doesn't work like that. Okay, now my point is, okay, it's so simple. I want you to just figure it out either by, this two-way data binding. If it is not working by two-way data binding, figure it out to make it directly one-way data binding. Okay, it's just a simple concept, but it will take time. I'm not saying it no. Okay, so try it. But the major purpose of this program is to explain you put, post, delete, up, get, which is get, put, post, delete. Also, CRUD, create, read, update, delete. My application actually do all. My application can create the data, can read the data, can delete the data, can update the data. Only the thing is updates are happening it directly, right or not? So I want you to focus on that. Is it clear, ma? Any doubts here? कोई doubts है, ma? No. Just focus on it. Just try to, do it. And if you try this one, the only problem I'm telling it, if you are using my JSON server concept, you cannot put it in Netlify. If you do it in Netlify, the JSON server will not work. But if you are doing it in, like I can't see it. But if you're doing it in Django or something other, it will work. Okay, Netlify. And try to create. one simple CRUD application using Angular. If you do this application, you will understand Angular in a more better way. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear? Mostly the next Wednesday or Tuesday, or I don't know, will be like our last working day. Like this course. By end of this Saturday, the course will be like all concepts will be completed because the CRUD is the end point. Like you need to cover, we need to cover only two more important things: lifecycle methods, RxJS, okay, and form value template forms. Lifecycle methods, RxJS, and template forms. So I will do lifecycle methods and RxJS, and we will start to build the project. While doing the project, I will do that. Is it clear, ma? Any doubts here? And next week we'll do some project. Okay, mostly before the holidays it will be done. Yeah. Use user login and registration forms using Node.js and MDB. That you have to do it, sir. Node.js and MongoDB, if you create it, I will show you. Okay. Show how to use pipes for converting rating to stars. Mahesh is asking it this from long. So I will create in the main application. We will put it the rating to stars. Pakka, don't worry. Okay. Listen, if anyone wants JWT authentication or Node.js and MongoDB, please refer your backend. JWT authentication is backend, not the front end. Front end will just take the API. कुछ नहीं करता front end में. JWT authentication पूरा backend करता. Backend will create the session, backend will use that session and will update it. Front end will not even care for it. Okay, front end will post the data. Same like how I posted the data, how I take the data, same thing it will do. How to migrate Angular 2 version code, latest Angular version. Now, whatever the Angular version we do, we will also discuss Saturday what is the latest version without dash dash standalone equals to false. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's it for today. Thank you all. That's it for today, sir. I will push this whole code into the GitHub. Yeah. Thank you, ma. Thank you all.